ideas from New Church Theology that might really help us out in the day ahead. And today, what I want to talk about is finding your tribe, or finding your people. I think there's so much of it where in life we really want to find out who our people are. And that's that place where you just feel home. It's just like, oh yeah, this is it. This is what it's like. And it's a great sort of gift that God has, for us is when we can have that place. And sometimes we get it in this life and in the other life, sometimes just in the other life. I mean, that's what heaven is. Heaven is the art of homecoming. And that's why we have societies there. And it just will feel very much like, it'll just feel very much like home. And what is that? What is that finding our people? And how does that look? And there's a beautiful passage I want to share with you from the book Secrets of Heaven. And it's comparing and contrasting sort of what is that like in heaven and what is that like in hell? And please don't again, with all of this, friends, with all of this, it's not about like, oh yeah, I know people like that. It's about going like, oh yeah, I can see that part of me, because you're probably going to be able to see both, in what I'm about to read you. This is from the book Secrets of Heaven, 2439. It's talking about the ties that bind. In other words, there's ties where we really know we're home. These are our people. Everything is connected to everything else. In the heavens, the ties that form reflect all the different ways angels love the Lord and share that love with others, and therefore all their different beliefs. That's beautiful. In the hells, the ties reflect all the differences in spirits' obsessions, and therefore in their delusions. So I just, there's a part of me that just has to chuckle, because like there's the choice, right? And we sometimes we're going to choose one, sometimes we're going to choose the other. I think as we're on the spiritual journey, we want to make the better heavenly choice versus the more hellish choice. And let's just pull that apart a little bit. Well, the first one is heaven, if I was to paraphrase it, it's where we share love and perspectives. And it's just this beautiful thing. Like it's not, New Church Theology, really, really clear. It's not about a homogeneous view. It's about a harmonious view. So in other words, we all have these different perspectives, and they all come together because we're all focused on love. We're all focused on loving God, loving other people. As we say often, loving God is loving other people is loving God. The two are essentially one from our perspective. And so there's this beautiful idea of just, oh yeah, my job here is to love and to share perspectives, knowing that everybody will see things slightly differently. It's not about this pursuit or this desire to purify, or this desire to take everyone who has a different view and get rid of them. It's about knowing that we all have, this is so important, again, just a reminder that we all have a point of view. We all get one point. And our job is to share that, because that is our point of view. And that is really important for the conversation. But it certainly isn't going to be the only point of view. And we want to sort of have an inclusive, it's very much in that idea, the variety is perfection, that in seeing something in the round, with literally like walking around it, is where you really see what it is like. And we have to be with other people to do that. So I love that. That's the hellish one, love and perspectives. And then the hellish one is obsessions and delusions. And that's where, like, oh my goodness, welcome to the internet, I guess. Where we can have a certain obsession, and it's like, and all of a sudden, like, it just becomes this narrow ball of people who share all the same obsessive thoughts and all the delusions that go. It is nothing about sharing outside perspectives. And that is one of the great travesties of algorithms. Algorithms are not about sharing different perspectives and different views. Algorithms are about like, no, this is your view. You've clicked on this a few times. So it very narrowly focuses in just on this. I know for me, for example, if I'm going to read, like, I like reading a variety of politics, I like reading a variety of political perspectives. I'll go to DuckDuckGo, which probably some of you have on your phone, because that's one where they don't trace. It's not an algorithm-based one. You just plug it in and see what comes up, because I don't want to be pigeonholed. I don't want to be like, just receiving articles that talk just like this. I mean, I have very strong perspectives, but I certainly want to read what other people have to say. But I feel like I have to do that in a private browser, because it just could get wonky again. And just these algorithms just build a very narrow field of view. So we want to be aware. So the sacred no is that if you have things that, and think about the media you're taking a look at, think about the friends you're hanging out with. If it's all about a certain obsession about something and then all the delusions that come with that, probably best to, not spend a whole lot of time in that neighborhood. But spend in a neighborhood with people who are really loving and who have different perspectives. And that, when we're being deeply loving and we're really able to honor different perspectives, that's this blessed, amazing gift of God called curiosity, where we truly are curious about how other people see it. And again, that doesn't mean we don't have our perspectives, and it doesn't mean our perspectives aren't really strong. It just means we're trying as best we can to see and share how other people see the world too, and as we do. And that kind of mixing becomes heaven. So may you have a day, sharing love and perspectives with others, and just feel like just a little bit of heaven there. It really is quite beautiful. And I'm just thinking about, we have some wonderful events coming up at New Church Live, and a couple of home blessings and all that kind of stuff, where there's just going to be a collection of people from all over. And boy, just the love and the sharing of perspectives, that kind of thing. Just this little taste of heaven. And may we all have a little taste of that today. So that is the thought for today, my friends. I hope that makes a lot of sense. And what we do now is we just try to have a slow down moment. So with that slow down moment, what we do is we take a breath, we look at a passage from the Old Testament, we just do a little quiet meditation on that. We say the Our Father prayer, then we have a little blessing, and then I hop onto Facebook and say a quick hello to anyone who's left a note there. Again, most people watch archived, 99%. So if you're watching later in the day or the week or the month, feel free to just leave a note on there. It's not a problem at all to answer things that are later in edition. There you go. So with that, dear friends, a prayer bell. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends, a little quick hello to anyone who might be joining us over here online. Let's take a quick look here. And what we do is we take a look over there on Facebook. Marcus, Finding Our Tribe. Yeah, that's a good one. And Marcus, I'm glad you're part of my tribe. There you go. And good morning to you, buddy. Great to see you joining us here, as always. And now flipping over onto my Facebook page. Linda, good morning to you, and wish you a great day as well. And same to you, Rita. It was kind of funny putting on this sweatshirt this morning. Roger, I don't really need a sweatshirt this morning. I just get to enjoy this beautiful weather. So, friends,